Hello, good evening. Welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Lauren. This is Ian, and this is our studio. Tonight's class is our beginner kettlebell and bodyweight class, where we'll be going through a nice warm-up. We'll be introducing our squats and working specifics of squats and push-ups, not to be confused with Pacifics. And then finishing today, revisiting our kettlebell holds that we touched on last week. We worked on our firing range position, a regular hold, and a goblet squat or a goblet hold. We'll get into that today too. It's going to be just really exciting. So let's start on our knees, either in this tall kneel position or here, or here, or here, or in your chair, whichever you'd like. I'm going to go tall right here because it's beautiful light. We'll start with our head neck. Gently tuck your chin towards your chest, pushing those back vertebrae to the room behind you. Keep your chin tucked and slowly look forward, and then start looking up or bringing your nose up towards the ceiling. Let's repeat that again. Tuck your chin, pulling the crown of your head tall towards the ceiling. Keep tucking your chin towards your chest. And one last time, nose looks forward, and then nose to the ceiling. Once you're up nose to the ceiling here, open your mouth, and then pull your jaw closed. Feeling a nice pull and stretch through the scalenes in the front of your neck. And then pull your head back on straight. From here, a rotation. Without moving your shoulders, rotate on your spine to check your blind spot. Back to center. Rotate head, neck. And center one more time each way. Try not to move those shoulders as you do this. Last time, pulling to center. Great. We have one more little neck warm up, ear to shoulder. And then Ian just did this last class. I really liked it. So ear to shoulder. Now turn your chin down towards your armpit. Turn your chin up towards the ceiling. Oh, I guess I do that too. It felt different last class. Down towards your armpit. Up towards the ceiling. Ah, that's right. Then head goes on straight. Other side. Ear to shoulder. Chin towards armpit. Chin forward. Chin towards ceiling. One last time. Chin towards armpit. To center. To ceiling. To center. Head pulls on straight. Great. Little rib roll here for you. I'm going to go and block my hips a little bit more by sitting in my tall kneel. You can stay like this, or my lower kneel. You can stay like that, like this, or again on your chair. Arms in front of you, cross. Maybe watch the first time. Let's watch first. First, we're going to rotate one way so our rib cage rotates. That's our new corner. We're going to drop over to that new corner. Pull ourselves back up tall. Rotate a little further in that upper body. Drop over that new corner, pull ourselves up tall, and then pull back to center. Okay? Arms across chest, hips stationary, upper body is doing the rotation, not your head, neck though. Upper body, ribs. Rotate one direction. That new corner is where that shoulder's pointing to. Bend over that shoulder. Then pull yourself back up. Stay rotated. Try to rotate further. Don't let those hips twist. Side bend again to that new corner. Pull back up tall, and then using your core, unrotate yourself, pulling yourself back to center. Other direction. Rotate ribs, upper body one way. Side bend to that new corner. Pull up tall. Rotate again. Side bend again. Pull yourself up tall. And back to center. Relax that for a second. Great. We're going to be practicing our get up today, so we're going to have contact with the floor on our hands. So let's introduce our wrists a little bit. Hands spread out wide on the floor, shoulders pulled down, fingers gripping. Gently rotate your blood donations forward. Pull your shoulders back down. Start shifting your shoulder weight over your hands and wrists, and tell them to distribute that weight through their fingers and through the palm of the hand, not just directly down through that wrist. Then use your fingers to push yourself back, keeping your elbows nice and straight. Repeat, elbows straight, shift your weight forward, loading up your hands, loading the palms, loading the wrists a bit too, but spreading that load, push to come back. Let's do a quarter turn with those hands. Fingers are facing sideways, donations are forward, shoulders down. Again, this time shift your weight laterally to one side, fingers push you back to center. To the other side, shift, fingers push you back. One last time, shift and press, and shift and press. Great. Let's peel those palms away from the floor, then the fingers away from the floor, flicking up, shaking the wrists out. Let's take a look at how we're sitting here. Can we sit back on our feet in this untucked or long position? Sometimes we hear, ooh, oh, crampy on the arches of my feet, or ooh, too stretchy on the top of my feet. So be gentle. Maybe this is easy. If it's easy, you could go extreme and lift up those knees. If it's enough, then stay where you were. Let's extend our hips, squeezing our butt. Let's tuck our toes now this time. And then try to sit back down on those tucked toes. Yes, Ian's demonstrating how you can use your hands a little bit to outrigger yourself, but we're sitting back. Oh, our knees are still down.
I'm sorry.
We're not there yet. He pushed through. Right now, we're just stretching underneath our foot, preparing maybe to push off from there like we will in our lunge. Let's untuck our toes and find sitting here again. Did that make more room? After tucking your toes and stretching the bottom of your feet out, are you able to sit here better? Great. Extend your hips. I wanted to do, oh yeah, a down dog first. But that ankle squat was great. Place your hands on the floor. Tuck your toes. And gently lift your knees, pushing your tail to the sky into our mountain peak position, or a down dog here. Let's focus first on our lower body. So where is your tail? Can you tilt your tail to the ceiling even more? Then your knees. Can your knees straighten a little bit more? Can your heels touch the floor? Now, let's think about our shoulders. Right now, I'm pushing the floor away, so my shoulders are up by my ears. I can feel my shoulders on my ears. I want you to keep your elbows straight. Pull your shoulders down, so now your ears are showing, and your shoulders are set. Let's do that again. Push the floor away, hiding your ears, or elevating your shoulders, and then pull the floor towards you, depressing your shoulder blades. One last time. Press away. Pull the floor down. Try to straighten those knees, tilting the tail to the ceiling for 3, 2, come back to your knees here. I'd like to explore that ankle squat a little bit more, which was this kneeling position here. Squats, ankles, this is a different type of squat, but ankles play a big role in our squat mobility, so we must warm them up. First, here, toes untucked. Now, squeeze butts, extend hips. Tuck toes under. First time, bring your hands to the floor. Use your hands as you push your knees back. Try to only find your toes right here. Could you find some balance in this low squat position? Good. Now, your butt's probably going to have to lift. Could you think about finding your heels down here? 3, 2, could you come back to your toes? Use those hands as needed. Then we're going to slowly find the floor with our knees. So keep those hands out for the first time. Knees come down. Hips extend. Untuck toes. Sit back down. Advanced version, less hands, or use your hands just as much. Squeeze glutes, extend. Toes tuck under. With or without hands. With or without hands, rock back. Rock back. Toes first. Can you get really, really high on your toes, bringing your knees up, 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 up? Then, can you stay as low as you can, but put your heels down? Nice. This is where our mobility comes in for our squatting and our ankles. Now, back to your toesies. Soft landing on knees. So think about shifting your weight back or using your hands. Soft landing. Extend your hips. Untuck your toes. We're going to do that one more and we're going to end standing. Okay, sit back. Squeeze glutes, extend. Tuck toes, soft controlled rock back. Let's try to find our heels right away. Heels. Then stand up and shake it out. Great. Little ankle squat to warm up. Now we're going to get into more typical or traditional squats to start. You may have a kettlebell that we'll use to squat a little bit today if you'd like, or you can do just as good of a workout without a bell and with your own body weight. Let's put that aside for 1 second because most importantly, we have to learn how to squat body weight before we add load. My feet are slightly wider than my hips. This is going to depend on your height, your size, your flexibility, all of these things combined. I like to start toes slightly out, kind of rocking back and forth just to find a nice foot placement. Grip your toes down into the floor, root your feet. That also pulls your arches up. Now, I am going to lean forward slightly as I squat, but I'm still trying to keep my spine nice and long, or no bend in my spine, I should say. Start reaching your butt back to sit in your imaginary chair. Come to your safe low. Let's check out a couple things and bust a couple myths while we're down here. My knees are over my toes. That's okay. That's what you do in a squat. A hinge, that's a different story. Chest lift, chest up. I want you to think about pushing that floor down and away from you in order to stand back up tall. Once you're up tall, pull your kneecaps up, squeeze your butts, brace your abs. Relax for a second because you can't squat with tight cheeks. Now, sit back into your imaginary chair. Maybe you found that stance too narrow. Maybe you were way too wide. Adjust as needed. Let's come back down again. Sit back in your imaginary chair. Knees are going to come forward. My chest and upper body, you can see Ian, his chest and upper body is coming forward. Me as well. But I'm not dumpy and schlumpy and rounded here. So be tall and long. 3, 2, push that floor way down to stand up. Let's do 3 more. I like how low we're going, but we're not going to go quite as low. Ready? Sit back. We're going to come down and try to break parallel if that's possible. Pause for a second, and then drive up. Brace abs. Let's do that again. Inhale on our way down, filling our belly, bracing our core. Take a pause. Inhale. And relax. We'll talk about that hop in a second. Until then, let's do some push-ups. We're going to forward fold. Tuck your chin. Pull on your core to roll yourself forward into a ragdoll or a forward fold position. Then I want you to slowly walk yourself out to your push-up position. And let's just find our knees for a second. I want you to watch if you haven't done our modified push-ups yet. Even if you have, maybe this is a good lesson. Modified or regular push-up. If somebody put a dowel straight down my back, it would be nice and flat to the floor or level with the floor. The whole time I go down and the whole time I come back up. Same goes for from my knees. I go down as 1 unit. I come up as 1 unit. I'd rather you do 1 really awesome good push-up than 10 really ugly ones. So let's come up to our hands, either to our toes or our knees. High push-up position. We're going to go down really slow. We're going to go all the way to the floor, and then we're going to come up modified. So let's start here. Pull your shoulders down, squeeze your butt, brace your core. Slowly start bending your elbows. And in 5 seconds, we're all going to land on the floor at the same time. 3, 2, everything lands down. Great. Bend your knees, take your feet off the floor. Tuck your hips. Chest and hips leave the floor at the same time. To push back up to that position. 1 more time. Toes tuck. Maybe knees lift. 5-second descent. 5. Shoulders pulled down. 4, 3, 2. Soft 1 unit landing. Knees bend. Tuck. Push up, up. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees. Walk your feet to your hands to your feet. And once you get fully folded, then slowly stack 1 vertebrae on top of the other as you pull yourself tall to standing. I do my hair flick. All right. Flip. We're going to squat a little bit. Maybe we want to pick up that bell. Before we pick up that bell, let's talk about our breath. Place your hands on your belly and say hup. Just say it, hup, 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 hup. Okay, nothing happened. Now, I want you to say hup from your belly. So that you say hup, I punch you in the stomach. Ready? One more. Good. You could take that punch. That's what I want you to feel as you go to stand up from your squat. Biggest thing we see in squats is that weak spot at the bottom, and then we get all floppy moppy in our core, and then, oh, my back hurt. This is no good. So let's breathe together and do 5 squats. No bell yet, but it's just there looking at us. Standing up tall. Find your squat stance. We're going to break parallel, but not much lower than that. Inhale as we come down, bracing your abs. At the bottom, take a little in to tall. Repeat. Come on down, bracing abs, in, hup. Now, I can't hup too loud because my mic will clip. So, let's hear Ian. Oh, nice. 2 more. And you should be hupping so hard at home, your neighbors come over. Last time. Hup. Nice, I did one there for you. Great. That will keep everything so tight and you'll be so much stronger in your squats. All right, push-up time. Forward fold. Roll yourself down. Slowly walk out to your high plank or high push-up position from your knees or your toes again. Same drill 2 times, 5-second negative. Pack your shoulders, squeeze your butt. Brace your core, 5-second descent. 4, head stays in line. 3, 2, soft 1 unit landing. Tuck your hips, brace. Up from the floor. Maybe back up to toes. Repeat. 5, 4, 3, 2, soft landing, knees bend, push up, tuck toes, walk hands back. Try to keep those knees nice and straight, stretch out those hammies, pull yourself up. Core, 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 all the way to tall. We have one last set of squats here for 5. If you felt like picking up your bell or your weight, we're going to hold it in a goblet position. Let's first go over our hold, and then we'll do our squats together. Now, here's the thing. When we pick up our bell to do a goblet squat, we actually pick it up using a hinge. That means our hips go back, our shins stay vertical. We grip the top of our bell. We pack our shoulders, bracing our abs. As I pull, my hips are going to extend. My bell is going to pull up through my hands, and they end up gripping it around the top of the horns. Normal motion, hinge, pull, grip. Let's try that. Do that at home a couple times. Hinge, pull, grip to put it down. You lightly let go, and hinge, bell goes back down. Last one. Keep it up. All right. Find your squat stance. Get ready. Pull yourself down. Rebrace. Hup. Repeat. Bell is not resting on our chest right now. It's out in front of us. 2 more. There's a little bit of gap between me and the bell, but it's resting about at that collarbone height. Last time. My shoulders are retracted. Ready? Hinge. Bell goes down. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to do our push-ups again, and then we're going to end up on the floor on our back from our push-up. And we get to do our firing range hold. Tall. Chin tucks. Pull yourself down. Then walk yourself out. 2 negative push-ups again, 5 seconds. Top hold. Squeeze glutes. Pull shoulders down. Head in line. 5-second descent. 4, 3, 2, soft landing. Tuck. Up is 1. One more time. Up, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck, 1 more push up. Great. Find your back. Yeah, rest, kind of rest. So last week we worked on our firing range position, which is the first position that we have to get used to. Let me show you really quick. It's the cuddle, roll, 2-hand and press, hold. So this is the position we have to get used to. in order to do a loaded get up. If we can't hold this bell nice and steady here for 30 seconds, we probably shouldn't move with it. We're going to be holding whatever object you have, 2 hands pulling bell down, and cuddle. If you don't have a kettlebell, you can use a rolling pin, a dumbbell, a light book, anything. Soup can. Let's just get those shoulders and little proprioceptors fired up. Okay, cuddle towards your object. If it's a bell, you place your bottom hand through the handle. You take your top hand, you cuddle it. You roll with 2 hands onto your back, and you 2-handed press your bell, no matter how heavy or light it is. Once you're set up, take that second hand away and place it on the floor about 45 degrees from the body, in line with your belt, if you will. Right now I have my bell in my right hand, so that means my right leg stays bent and my left leg goes straight. We're going to spend about 30 seconds under this bell. Think about packing your shoulder like you're juicing an orange in your armpit. Keep your elbow nice and straight. Your wrist is straight and strong. Your elbow's over your shoulder. Your shoulder blade is tucked back and retracted. We're holding for 5 more seconds. 3, 2, take your second hand, place it on your bell. Pull your bell down, keeping your forearm vertical. Once your elbow hits the floor, a little cuddle. Roll to the side. Push yourself up. Now, next rule of kettlebells, no pulling a kettlebell across your body. You must move around it. All right, second side, starting with the cuddle, the most important part. One day this bell could be 100 pounds. You can't just reef on it. Little cuddle towards it. Bottom hand comes in the bell handle. Top hand cuddles. Roll to back. 2-handed press. Remove second hand off to the side of body. The same leg that the bell is in, same leg of the arm, that leg's bent, the other leg is out straight. Packed shoulder. Juicing orange in your armpit. Wrist straight. Elbow straight. Shoulder packed. Abs braced. Think about that off leg, so the leg opposite to the arm with the bell. Is it heavy on the floor? Is it heavy or just being a loosey-goose? Heavy. 5, 4, 3, 2 hands on bell. Vertical forearm as you pull down. Cuddle over. Let go of bell. Roll back to your back. Empty-handed. We're going to get up. I'm going to put my right arm up, pretending it's a bell. If you don't feel comfortable with an extended arm, you can place that arm across your chest. Imaginary kettlebell in my right arm. That means my right leg's bent, my left arm's out to the side. Using my hip extension, I'm going to push, roll, pull to elbow. Nice, tall, proud shoulder here. From there, find your hand, squishing that bug. Lifting your hips up, sweeping that long leg underneath. Hand leaves your floor. Front foot moves to our lunge position. Both legs help us hop. Bell pulls down and place it on the floor. Great. Second, heavy hold today. We must pick this up with our deadlift hinge. Stand right over top of your bell or your heavy object. We're going to pick this up in one hand if you feel comfortable. If you'd like to use 2, this is also okay. Bell is right underneath me. I'm going to chop my hips back, use my hinge. Hinge, look at this. My butt is higher than my knees, and my knees are not over my toes. Place one hand on the bell, other hand just kind of shadows beside the bell. Pack your shoulder, brace your abs. Inhale, pick that bell up. Move the bell to the side of your body, probably having to step in a little bit. Now, check yourself out in a mirror. Is this bell pulling you over? Use your abs to pull yourself up tall. Where does this shoulder? Is it drooping out? Could you pull it up and back a bit? That hopefully makes the bell pull off of your leg. Check in with the weight. Is weight even in both feet? Butt squeezed, abs braced. Hold for another 5. This is working so hard on this side. 3, 2, step a little wider. With 2 or 1 hands, hinge, hips go back. Bell goes down, up without. Good work, good work, good work, good. Other side, hinge, chop hips. Grip with the other hand. Other hand shadows just to stay square. Pack shoulder, inhale, brace. 1 unit. Move the bell to beside you, maybe narrow your stance. Blade up, back, bell off your body. Other side abs working hard to keep you tall. Butts, legs, abs, shoulders, grip. 10 more seconds here. We did about 30 seconds on the other side. One day we'll get to walk around with these as we do this, but for now, let's find this strength. 3, 2, step a little wider, maybe 2 hands to the front, hinge, bell down. Shake it off. All right, we have one more farmer's carry today, and you've already learned it. We're gonna go back to that goblet hold. Let me show you. Hinge, grip the top, pull, catch. Holding this bell here, abs braced, butt squeezed. Maybe this time we could add a little march in our step, and then we'll put it down. All right, let's do that all together. Feet over top of your bell. Chop your hips back. Grip the horn or the top of your bell here. As you stand up, you're gonna pull, re-grip down the sides. Hold, blades come back. Again, bell is not resting on my chest. It's a little bit off. Tall, tall, butt squeezed, abs braced. If you want added bonus, knee pulls to chest, control down. Think about that core as you're pulling your knees, really bracing, no twisting. Nice. For about 4, 3, 2, last one. Step your feet a little wider to your hinge. You're gonna lightly let go, re-grip the top, hinge, bell goes down. Up with that.
Started here.
Yeah, I saw that. That was great. Let's move that bell just out to the side. Off to the side, I should say. And I'd like to finish with 1 get up each side. Okay? Okay. Great. Put your bell in your imaginary hand. Put your imaginary bell in your real hand. Press it. Leg you can touch. Step back lunge. Controlled descent. Front foot opens. Chop, hinge, rotate. Shift that weight over your hands so your shoulders are stacked. Brace, lift the back leg, sweep it through. Find your butt. Find your elbow. Now push away from that elbow and slow to your back. Keep the bell up on the same side. Hip extension, drive into the floor, push your hip through to your elbow. Find your hand, a lift, a sweep. Hand leaves floor, front foot moves. Here we go, ready? Hop, to tall. Pull your imaginary bell down. Throw it to your other arm. Yeah, good catch back there. You almost dropped that. Press it. I'm going to talk less on this one. Remember to open. Use your hinge and your rotate. Trying to remember the pattern yourself. All right. First step, use your hip. Drive and pull. Remember to check in with that pack shoulder. Knee lands where that butt was. Use both legs to stand up on your lunge. Hup. Bell. What happened? Bent elbow, Ian. Bent elbow, Ian.
Darn.
It is nice to practice that overhead arm, but you will find with an unloaded overhead arm, you do get drifty and saggy here. So what we do suggest is you hold something with a little bit of weight, because that'll make you pack your shoulder and elbow. That could even be like the can of soup, like the can of beans. It doesn't have to be much, but it just makes you aware of where your arm is in space. Anyway, enough about that. Let's do one last set of push-ups to finish, and then we'll be done for the day. That means forward fold, 2 negatives to the floor, forward fold back up, or upward fold. Roll yourself down. Walk yourself out to your high plank push-up position. Maybe you just hold that top position. You're done with push-ups. Hold it. If not, here we go. 5-second descent. 5, 4, 3, 2, soft landing, knees bend, up as 1. One more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe from your toes this time. Up as 1 unit. Now hips push back, hands to feet, feet to hands. Walk them back. Knees straight, knees straight, knees straight. Now tuck your chin. Pull yourself up. Pull 1 vertebrae at a time. Head is last. Great. Well, that was invigorating. Gave me a little bit of hump in my step. Thanks for coming tonight. My name's Lauren. This is Ian. We're Bars and Bells. We do simple exercises to stay strong. You should too. Well, I guess you did because you were here. So thanks for joining us. Tomorrow is Thursday, so we have a little bit more of an advanced kettlebell class at 5 p.m. But you can always join in and follow along for what you can, and especially the first 20 minutes or so. No prob. Anyway, nice to see you. Questions, let us know. Otherwise, we'll see you around soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.